Maybe you can tell us a little about, you're actually going to be publishing a book.
Yes. Columbus, Ohio. A few years ago, musicians and particularly drummers from all over the world, I mean, they came in from Japan, China, Italy, all over. There were over, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, 30 or 40,000 there, and there were clinics. They ran for 3 days, and there were clinics day in and day out all over the place by renowned drummers. And what was interesting is that every time they were interviewed, because they were, some of them were quite young to be that sophisticated and performing high levels with major groups, they were asked, you know, did you practice a lot? How did this come about? And they all said, well, we studied with Tony Chirco. So that kept going on. And then one of my disciples, we were walking around and introduced me to a publisher that he knew. And he says, I'd like you to meet Tony Chirco. And he says, oh, I know who you are already. He said, you put a book together and it's published. And I'm finishing that up now, and hopefully early spring that should be available for clinics and sales. So
that's great.
Yeah, that was an interesting,
that's exciting, yeah.
Very gratifying too,
yeah.
you know. And what I'm doing now, I think it might be important.
Absolutely.
Yeah? I'm composing and producing. What I'm doing is I'm reviewing various groups that come to me, or Full Circle Productions. I'm the creative director of that, which is an alliance with Columbia and Sony and so forth. And a lot of them are very talented, which I evaluate, but it's not really up to the point of making a major recording.
Right.
So that's what I do. I step in, I rehearse them very, very hard, take all my shirt and sleeves and everything off, and I make them do the same thing. I whip them a little bit here and there to the point where they're not sure, except when they hear the results. All of a sudden, I'm their idol because they saw what was a backstreet or a garage band is now a very high level. As a matter of fact, there's one particular one that I'm working with now called Mob, M-O-B 4, Mob 4. And that's floating and in the hands of consideration with Sony and Columbia now. But I did a lot of twisting and turning, you know, with the vocalists and the guitars and so forth. And then I have a lady, a vocalist, which I won't disclose now because it's on the borderline of keeping it discreet.
Right.
Doing the same thing. I'm myself, and I'm getting a group that I feel is appropriate for this lady, and we're going to get a high-level piece of music out of it. So that's basically what I'm doing, and I'm enjoying every moment.
I'll bet. It sounds like a lot of fun.